Greetings everyone, Joseph James here with your nightly newsletter brought to you by the schooloftrade.com. Today was June 11th, 2009. And now, of course, before we get into our live trade room results from this morning, I want to remind you guys today was rollover day. That was rollover day for the U.S. stock index futures. So that's going to have the E-minis, so the S&P, the mini Dow, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. Now, tomorrow we have rollover for our currency futures here in the CME. So the euro, the yen, the pounds, so the symbol 6E for the euro, 6B for the British pound, 6J for the yen. All right, guys, for more information on rollover, send us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com, and we'll give you some more information about that. Or come join us tomorrow in our live trade room. It opens up at 7:30 a.m., and you can get in there for free as part of our free trial. Now, I want to remind you guys, our live trade room opens up at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time every single morning. It's available to trial members, so come join as a free trial member for 3 full weeks, or as a lifetime member, and that is no monthly fees. You get all the indicators, all access for a lifetime. Okay, no nickel and diamond, guys, are traders. It's a lifetime membership, and you can either join the room in the morning as a lifetime member or as a trial member. Now, once we open the room, we have 3 very simple jobs at hand, and that is first to identify. Job number 1 is to identify 2 things. That is the news events we have in front of us for today and the type of market that we see. So I'm going to use certain tools such as my blog, schooloftrade.com/blog. That's where we post all of our news events for each day there, so you can find it there for free. And then, of course, we're going to open up our charts and look to identify what type of market that we see. And, of course, what I mean by that is we're looking for certain attributes of the market to identify it as either a trending market or a sideways market. Now, once we identify the type of market and the news events, then we can go to job number 2, which is to adjust. Now, we adjust our method according to what type of news we see and what type of market we see. So we define our windows of opportunity, that is around our news events, and we define our trade zones. Our trade zones are where we mark up our charts using our 2 time frames, our slow time frame and our faster time frame. We define our trade zones, and those trade zones are what we look to see the highest percentage opportunities in the market that day. So we adjust to the market by marking up our trade zones and identifying our windows of opportunity. Now, job number 3 becomes very easy if we do the first 2 jobs correctly, and that is to identify, adjust, and then execute. So we're going to be executing our trades once we've identified and adjusted accordingly. And of course, we execute with patience and discipline, so we wait for price to come to us. We don't chase after trades. We follow our specific mechanical rules, and we let those rules do the trading for us. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, and we go over all this stuff, guys, every morning in our live trade room, so come join us. Now, today had a quiet morning here across all the markets this morning. We had obviously a couple things going on. We had rollover in the stock indexes. Okay, so the E-minis were rolling over this morning to the new September 09 contract. We also had Thursday morning, which means we had our initial jobless claims, our continuing claims number. We're out at 8:30. We also had retail sales this morning. But I think one of the biggest reasons why people were kind of sitting on their hands this morning, which resulted in some low volume, was because we have a long-term bond auction at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, of course, I'm filming this video over lunch right now. We have an undetermined result of that news event at 1 o'clock. So we're expecting to see the long-term 30-year bond auction here at about 1 o'clock Eastern Time. And I think that's really what a lot of traders are waiting to see, because that 30-year bond auction will give a lot more information as far as what the global economy and how they view the stability of the U.S. economy. And of course, that's shown in their appetite for purchasing 30-year bonds. So without getting too technical there were reasons that we knew of this morning that were going to be cause for a little concern. So, of course, we had to kind of wait patiently for our price to set up. Now, here on this morning on the DAX, here's your DAX market. This is off the Eurex exchange, one of our favorite markets. This was a counter trend setup this morning that we took to the long side on this trade. Now, this is a 2-step pattern here in the DAX. And what a 2-step pattern is, it's a counter trend trade. And what we're looking for is we're looking for our wave setup to fail. When I see my wave pattern setup fail, then I immediately look for a failure pattern, which is this 2-step. So the 2-step, which made us all this money yesterday, going 5 for 5 on the euro, right? Made us over $1,000 yesterday, this 2-step pattern, had a little bit of a trouble here this morning catching this move here in the DAX. Ultimately, our move was the correct decision. The trade was the correct trade. but our stop loss, our initial stop was just a little bit too tight. We had a 4-point stop here in the DAX, and of course the reason why I did that was because price action was a little bit slow, and I really didn't want to take any risk or any unneeded risk. They didn't need to, so I marked my lower lows and I moved my stop 2 ticks below that lower low, which was a 4-point stop. So the decision was the right decision. The trade was the right trade, but boy, it just didn't work out for us. 4-point stop, a little bit too tight, and we barely missed staying in, as you guys can see, this monster move to the upside. We definitely caught that move at its absolute lowest point. We just simply couldn't manage the trade to keep it in. So a little bit of a mental mistake this morning, but at the end of the day, it was the right decision. But you know what? Every once in a while, we do take losses here. It doesn't happen very often. We do take them. Our entry here was at 9:05 this morning. This is a long 65 even was my initial entry. And as you guys can see in your charts, it was about 4.5 points against me that it went, and then it reversed right along to the upside. 4 points times 3 contracts is going to be a negative 12 points there on this losing trade. But guys, we got the money right back. We then moved over, and this chart is wrong. This is the euro. It's not the S&P, so I'm sorry about that, guys. The title at the top is incorrect. This is the euro, guys. We made that money right back. Okay, so the loss early in the morning didn't really affect us very longly because that sluggish morning on the euro really didn't last very long. Gave us this nice wave setup here for a quick winner at 20 minutes past the hour, 10:20 this morning. We got long at 40.77. And this is your wave pattern, guys. Very simple trade pattern that we see happen, thousands of times a day in these markets. We then filter out those setups, take only the highest percentage opportunities. This, of course, being one of them. A 12-tick winner. That's, of course, taking profit at 4 ticks, taking profit at 8 ticks, and then getting scratched out on our runner. At $12.50 USD per tick, you guys can do the math. And, of course, this 12-tick winner, 10:20 this morning, made back that money and some there on our loss in the DAX. Now, guys, let's take a recap here. Our room opens up at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We trade 6 different markets, including the DAX, the Euro stocks, gold, crude oil, the euro, the British pound, the yen. And guys, we're going to call, obviously, our live entries with our entries, targets, and stops. So we're going to call out these trades live in real time. Guys, our members are here every day taking these trades right along with us. So come join us. You guys can trade right along with us here in the room. There'll be plenty of opportunities for questions. In fact, if you guys are brand new to the trial, make sure you check out our beginners course. Our beginners course, guys, is going to be the fundamentals and ultimately kind of a tool to use to understand how to use our free trial. So if you guys are new to our free trial, if you guys are just getting started with us today, check out the beginners course because it's priced at $20 and it's going to give you so much of a head start, and it'll really make your 3-week trial a lot more productive for you. We'll see the market in a completely different way when you guys come join us in the room. And again, we'll give you guys a free 3 weeks just for coming out and giving us a try. All right, send us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com if you guys have any more questions. My name is Joseph James. Hope to see you in the trade room tomorrow morning, guys, and hope the video helps. We'll see you next time.